Now to Good Morning Northwest. Communities across the inland Northwest still reeling. The Gray Fire continuing to burn this morning. Thousands of people unable to return home and unsure if they even have a home to return to.
Smoky and hazy conditions continue today. We'll let you know what to expect as we move into the new week.
And shifting winds making another major fire near Elk unpredictable and still uncontained. We'll have the latest on the evacuations. We're watching Good Morning Northwest here on 4 News Now. A community remains in crisis, and all of Spokane County now remains under a state of emergency. This morning, we bring you the latest on the fires blistering through the inland Northwest. Good morning, and thanks for being with us. I'm Derek Dice. Robin Nance is back tomorrow. It is Monday, August the 21st. We want to get right to the newest information we have on the Gray Fire in Medical Lake. That fire still burning this morning, already leaving behind more than 10,000 acres of charred remains, including an untold number of homes. You're looking at the evacuation zone here. Everyone in the area shaded in red on your screen, that's Medical Lake, Silver Lake, Four Lakes, Clear Lake, and areas south of I-90 remain under level 3 evacuation orders, meaning you still can't come back to your home. Here's a closer look at the area on level 2 that needs to remain ready to leave at a moment's notice. That is southwest of those level 3 orders. Those living in the yellow region should be ready to leave if conditions get worse. Now, there is a press conference happening right now. We are not allowed to take this live, but we are still there and listening. Our Marissa Rio is there and will be giving you the very latest information as soon as we can turn that around for you. Now, at midnight, the points where I-90 is closed were relocated, creating a new but significantly shorter detour along both directions of the freeway. Here's a look at the updated map for you. What had been a 32-mile closure from the Highway 2 interchange near the airport all the way to the town of Sprague is now just a 13-mile closure. Drivers can now use Highway 904 through Cheney, which is the route in blue on your screen there, with getting on and off at the Four Lakes exit at milepost 270 and the Tyler exit at 257. Traffic officials are asking drivers to stay off the roads to avoid conditions like these. Vehicles have been backed up for miles since I-90 closed. There is still no set time for the interstate to reopen. Now, we have a link to all of the different choices that the Department of Transportation recommends. You can find them inside this story on KXLY.com. All right, our Allison Martinez is in for Mark Peterson with a look at that first alert forecast. And Allison, we're all keeping our fingers crossed for that chance of rain today.
Absolutely. Now, as we look and start our morning, we don't see any of that precipitation coming in just yet. We'll see that a little bit later. What we do see is a lot of smoke. You can barely see much of the landscape in the foreground there. These are live conditions. We are currently at 65 degrees in Spokane and a little bit warmer at 66 in Coeur d'Alene. Now, our air quality is sitting at 210 right now. This is very unhealthy. You're going to want to plan your day accordingly to limit your time outside as much as possible to protect yourself and your health, especially if you're in those sensitive groups. Now, here are the 4 things you need to know on this Monday. The smoke is clearing little by little throughout our region. We do have some rain and thunder that will be playing a role later today, and showers Tuesday, thankfully. Now, we do have a flood watch in effect because of those showers, and that will be primarily focused on in northern Idaho. Now, if we take a look at our rain forecast, you can see just how much we're going to expect. The most of the rain in Washington that we'll see is more and more as we move eastern. Now, you can see we'll see quite a bit over in northern Idaho. This is great news, and we're definitely going to keep you updated on how exactly that precipitation fares as we move into today and tomorrow. Over the next 12 hours, here's what you can expect. We're going to see that precipitation playing a role starting at 11 a.m. is where we're going to see it, but really it's going to come to fruition around 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. We'll hit 80 degrees, which is our high for the day, by 2 p.m. and we'll peter down tonight, and that rain will continue into the evening.
All right, Allison, thank you. Officials have encouraged people to stay out of the evacuation zones of the Oregon Road fire just 4 miles northwest of Elk. Over 10,000 acres of forest and cropland have burned, and officials say it's only 10% contained. Let's get to Sydney Charles now with the latest details and new video from the front lines of this fire. Sydney.
That's right. So yes, this is that new video from North Spokane County. Spokane Valley fire crews were protecting the Grange Hall in the community of Elk yesterday morning when they encountered these twisting columns of smoke and flame. These tornado-like structures are called fire whorls, and they are another sign of the extreme conditions that crews are facing right now. And take a look at your screen now. These are the most updated evacuations for this fire that have scorched over 10,142 acres. If you live anywhere that's marked in red, this area remains under level 3 evacuation orders, which means leave now due to life-threatening conditions. And this is some of the aftermath left behind by the fire, destroying numerous trees and homes in its path. Spokane County Sheriff's officials confirmed that a body was found in the wreckage yesterday, and a medical examiner is now working to figure out the person's cause and manner of death. State mobilization for this fire was approved on Friday. Over 150 homes are still threatened by this fire, and around 460 people are on the ground working to control the flames right now. An evacuation center is still open at Riverside High School in Chattaroy, and 4 News Now spoke to a local homeowner about how he remains committed to helping the community near Elk despite losing everything in this fire. We'll hear his story coming up in 30 minutes. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
All right, Sydney, thanks so much. Across the state line, Bonner County is carefully watching the spread of the wildfire burning near Elk. At this point, no evacuations are in place in Bonner County, but people living near this fire should still be monitoring the conditions. And it's never a bad idea to be prepared. You can make sure your family stays safe with an evacuation plan and sign up to get local alerts sent straight to your phone by texting your zip code to this number, 888-777. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:06. Let's send things back over to our Allison Martinez. She's in for Mark Peterson with a look at, we've been so dry, but yet we're talking about a flood watch.
Yeah, when it rains, it pours. I guess these conditions will continue until Tuesday night. So Garfield, Shoshone, Latah counties, you're all going to want to be wary as we head into our Monday.
All right, new images this morning from the devastation in Maui and a visit from the president as Hawaiians criticize the federal response, and how Hurricane Hillary could create a disaster on 2 fronts along the Gulf Coast when Good Morning Northwest continues.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Progressions Credit Union.
Whether you're hauling your boat to the lake or a team full of soccer players,
Perfection Tire carries a full line of Cooper tires with advanced safety features, warranties, and competitive pricing.
Nobody beats perfection.
At Findlay Downtown Toyota, we have some of the best inventory we've had in years, including an entire city block full of used recent trade-ins, lease returns, and special purchases. Plus, all vehicles come with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. And if you're looking for a new truck, SUV, or Camry, Toyota's got new inventory rolling in with great financing options. So make it a summer to remember and stop by Findlay Downtown Toyota today.
At Kaiser Permanente, we care for all those who make your family, well, your family. That's why all of us work together to give them the care and caring that any family would. Kaiser Permanente, for all that is you.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call SWAP. I gotta call SWAP.
Here you go.
That's it. I'm calling them.
You forgot your check.
Craig Swap & Associates is on your side. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Hi, I'm Randy, owner of Rooter 911 Sewer and Drain.
Sewer and drain cleaning at half the price of the larger competitors. 24/7 service for all of your sewer and drain cleaning needs in Spokane, 535-3136.
The time to buy is now. Yes, RV show pricing continues at R&R RV in North Spokane. Over 125 RVs are indoors at 525 East Francis. You'll save thousands with rebates and show discounts on Cougar, Rockwood, Montana, Class B vans, and more. Everything show price. You don't want to shop in this heat. Shop over 125 RVs indoors now at R&R RV in North Spokane, 525 East Francis, or online at rnrrv.com.
Whether you're going on a long trip or just your daily commute,
Perfection Tire's certified techs are your trusted resource for efficient, cost-effective repairs and routine maintenance.
Nobody beats perfection.
All right, welcome back. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. We're seeing dramatic new video from the early hours of the devastating fires in Maui, just as President Joe Biden prepares to visit there today. Now, this shows what firefighters face as they arrive to the historic town of Lahaina engulfed by the fire. At one point, flames surrounded a fire engine before firefighters were able to escape. 85% of the area destroyed on Maui has now been searched. President Biden will see the devastation firsthand today, meeting with survivors. Locals have been critical of the federal response, including the $700 relief checks announced by FEMA, with some saying it's not nearly enough to begin rebuilding their lives. FEMA says it's distributed nearly $4 million so far to about 1,600 people. A British neonatal nurse has been found guilty of being the UK's most prolific child serial murderer in modern times. Lucy Letby refused to appear in court today to be sentenced for killing 7 babies and attempting to kill 6 others. The crimes happened between 2015 and 2016. At the time, Letby was a nurse in the neonatal unit of the Countess of Chester Hospital. With the conviction, she surpasses the crimes of Beverly Allen, who was convicted of killing 4 infants as she worked as a nurse in 1991. Cities along the Gulf Coast are scrambling to prepare for the dual disaster scenario of a hurricane and extreme heat. Experts say an intense hurricane and extreme heat could be a deadly combination because widespread power outages could leave people vulnerable to the heat. Data from NOAA shows that hazards indirectly related to hurricanes kill as many people as the storm itself. That includes exposure to heat. Experts also say extreme heat is a silent killer and can be a major contributing factor in the overall hurricane death toll.
Good morning. It is time for our 10-second takeaway. And I'm happy to report that our air quality is slowly but surely improving and will only do so as we move throughout our day. We do have a chance of rain today and this evening, and our high for the day is 80 degrees.
Well, the man who died in the Gray Fire on Friday is being remembered as a dedicated member of his community and an avid supporter of junior livestock of Spokane. Carl Grube's sister-in-law tells us as flames burned nearby, he and some neighbors were spraying water on homes right before he died. It is not clear yet what exactly caused his death. This Facebook post was made in his memory of his life and contribution, saying he established the Jensen Memorial Youth Ranch near Medical Lake, a welcoming place where kids of any background could experience the caring and raising of livestock. The world needs more people like Carl. He will be greatly missed. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:12. We told you Marissa Rio listening in on a news conference giving an update to the Gray Fire. She says significantly less open flame overnight. They're continuing to assess in the Medical Lake area and doing mop-up around the structures lost. We'll get a live report from her once again coming up in just a little bit. Air quality, one of the biggest concerns amid our wildfires. We take a look at some of our smokiest air. We'll be back with Allison's full forecast and what we have to look forward to today.
Send them back to school looking and seeing their best. Get premium eyewear and A-plus patient care from the experienced team at Shopko Optical. Cross off eye exams on your back-to-school checklist. Schedule their comprehensive exam today.
4 News Now Fire Watch coverage.
That fire has grown exponentially.
With resources on TV, online, and on the go with the 4 News Now app. Fire Watch coverage to keep you safe. That's what we mean when we say expect more on 4 News Now.
Things are so awesome since my family got a rewards-earning Kasasa checking account from Canopy Credit Union, earning 4.07% annual percentage yield on up to $25K. Means we get up to $84 deposited right into our account every month. You know what that means? More toys, more playtime, more fun. Woohoo! Canopy is putting treats back in the budget. Learn more at canopycu.com. Limits and conditions apply.
Wow, you really made our dreams come true.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve.
Guess that's what American Family Insurance is for.
He's the wise twin.
Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto with American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Why wait weeks or even months for installation of new flooring when you can come to Carpet Barn?
They can install very quickly.
Your installers are excellent. They were in one day. They were so courteous and so fantastic.
The rate in which they can install is phenomenal.
Price point, selection, professional service.
Highly recommend coming to Carpet Barn. Highly recommend it.
Carpet Barn, designer selection, warehouse prices.
Tina, the Tina Turner Musical. Tina Turner's triumphant story is live on stage in the mega hit musical direct from Broadway. Prepare to be ecstatically blown away. September 19th through 24th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. On sale now at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Hello, I'm Lloyd Herman. If you need legal assistance due to an accident or an injury, put my 40 years of experience of dealing with the insurance companies to work for you. You'll have an appointment to speak to me within 48 hours. Lloyd Herman & Associates, 922-6600.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Shopko Optical welcomes more insurance plans than ever. Call to book an exam and verify coverage.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Cal Superstore in Airway Heights.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
All right, welcome back. Here's another live look at some of this air that we've all been breathing. 24 hours ago, though, the city of Spokane experienced hazardous levels of air quality, which were almost off the charts at over 500. And here is another live look over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena right now. We're doing much better at the moment. Last check was at 210, although that is still in the very unhealthy range. We kind of moved back up just a little bit from where we were an hour ago. We're going to send things over to our Allison Martinez, and we see what you got on the screen there, and we do have a chance of rain today, which would be so needed.
Absolutely, and this is a very optimistic chance of rain in Spokane particularly, but really we're going to be seeing a little bit of precipitation all throughout the region, which is just great news that I'm happy to bring you this morning. Today we have a high of 80 degrees, and like we said, we have that chance of rain. Winds 5 to 7 miles per hour, a bit less than we saw over the weekend, very gratefully. Now, as we head into this evening, we will have a low of 62 degrees, and this evening is really where we're going to see the most of that action when we're talking about all of that precipitation that we will be seeing throughout the region. Winds even lower, just 3 to 5 miles per hour. Now, if we take a look at our air quality, as we said, we did dip down into the very unhealthy range, and this is something you're definitely going to want to keep in mind as you head throughout your day. Limit your time outdoors as much as possible, and if you are in those sensitive groups, you're going to want to do so even more. Now, as we take a look at our rain forecast, this is what we're very happy to bring you today. We're going to see the majority of that precipitation more focused in eastern Washington and along the Idaho Panhandle. Now, really, as you can see, we're going to see that precipitation throughout the entirety of the region, but northern Idaho is where we're going to see the most, and that is why we do have a flood watch in place. This will last until Tuesday night, from early this morning or early afternoon today on Monday into Tuesday is where we're going to be seeing all of that rain activity, and we do have that flood watch in place. So that's something you're going to want to keep in mind as you go throughout your day as we head into Tuesday. Now let's take a look at our planning forecast. You can see our temperatures are going to dip down on Tuesday, actually to the 70s. We have 73 and 76 on Wednesday. Wednesday, what I want you to keep in mind, it is going to be windy. It is going to be dry. All of that rain throughout the region will be cleared out. So that is the return of the fire weather, which is especially concerning given the circumstances. Now, as we head throughout the week, it is going to be dry and warm. We'll warm right back up to 86 and 87 on Sunday. Now, that is what we have for you for weather. Now it is time for Pet of the Week.
If you don't have room in your home for a larger pet, consider one of these. At Companions Animal Center, you'll find some cute, friendly, smaller animals available for adoption, like Dill and Tease. They are 2-year-old rats that would love to call your home theirs. Or how about Ginger, Oreo, and Whiskers? They are 9-month-old guinea pigs. And Snowflake and Icy, who are 8 months old. They are fun to watch, and just think what you could do with that hair. For more information on these and all the animals that are available for adoption, stop by and visit or go to our website at companionsanimalcenter.org.
Yep, not just cats and dogs there. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:19. So many personal stories coming out of the Gray Fire. Coming up next, our Vanessa Perez shares the story of one family who says they plan to rebuild. Thank you so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest here on your Monday morning. We'll be right back.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Set summer in motion with the most adventurous Honda vehicles yet, like the Pilot and Passport Trailsport and the Ridgeline, built for better off-road performance and engineered for more adventure. This summer, create your own adventures with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Hi, I'm Ken.
And I'm Donnie.
We lead the Advocates.
The Advocates fight for each of our injured clients. We take on big insurance and get big results.
We're both advocates, but we're very different from each other.
That's true.
I say potato, she says...
Potato.
Oh, I guess we're the same there.
Potato. Do people say that a different way?
Potato.
Who says it that way?
Never mind. Injured? You deserve an advocate.
Are you ready for some fun? Come to the North Idaho Fair, where there are acres of fun for everyone. From thrilling concerts to heart-pumping monster truck shows. It's all here. Exciting rides, games, and delicious food. Don't forget about the rodeo, where you can watch cowboys and cowgirls show off their skills. There's a jetpack water stunt show, pig racing, as well as magicians, hypnotists, and more to keep you entertained. Bring the kids to Adventureland. They'll enjoy a petting zoo and hands-on farming experiences. The North Idaho Fair has something for everyone. So come join us for Acres of Fun.
Adventure, culture, and fine wine await you in the Lewis-Clark Valley, less than 2 hours south of Spokane. Tour some of the world's most spectacular wilderness, beauty, and wildlife in Hell's Canyon. Experience the region's rich and diverse culture and history. Savor award-winning Lewis-Clark Valley wines and delicious culinary creations from a variety of local wineries and fine dining establishments. Go to visitlewisclarkvalley.com and plan your destination getaway today.
Farming has always been a crucial part of the Inland Northwest. Syngenta is proud to bring you a tribute for our farmers.
Farmers take pride in producing the highest quality food possible. They work tirelessly despite the conditions each and every year to provide food, fiber, and fuel for the world through sustainable practices.
At Syngenta, we want to say thank you to all farmers for working together to adopt new technologies to enhance production.
Recognizing the backbone of our economy, a tribute for our farmers. Brought to you by Syngenta.
All right, welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. FEMA has approved the Fire Management Assistance Grant to help cover the costs of these firefights. The government will cover 75% of the state's eligible expenses for equipment use, tools, materials, supplies, and more. These funds are strictly for firefighting, though, so individual homes and businesses are not covered by this specific grant. Spokane County Emergency Management says those looking to help their neighbors after the devastating losses should donate money and not items. The Red Cross is coordinating donation efforts. It can focus on survivor-specific needs and cut down on unwanted or unusable items. To donate, you can visit the Red Cross website. You see it right there, redcross.org. We've added links for you to make it easier to find all of this information on our website at kxly.com. Now, for those fortunate enough to have escaped the Gray Fire with their lives, the loss is still devastating, with entire neighborhoods destroyed. Our Vanessa Perez has the story of one family who is planning to pick up the pieces and rebuild.
This is what's left behind, homes and cars burned. It's absolutely devastating to see the loss in this community. We saw fire crews and Avista crews working here earlier today. Some families even getting a first-hand look at things now reduced to rubble and ash.
My family's safe. My son wanted to stay here and fight it.
Tori Carl gives us an idea of what his home looked like. 30 years of memories, now rubble.
There was a window here above a stairway. Our kitchen was right here. Then the master bedroom was over there.
Carl was notified by the fire captain who lives up the road that his home didn't make it through the Gray Fire.
It's not an exaggeration, one iota. The tree went up, and 100 yards later, the alfalfa went up. I mean, just boom, boom.
The Carl family came by Saturday to look at the devastation left behind. A bird bath his wife recently made is still standing, and their chickens made it out alive. Carl, a local wrestling coach, is keeping the same mentality through this loss.
We're wrestlers. We don't just roll over and die. The heck with that, man. We're going to put up a house right here again. What it'll be, we don't know, but we're not going anywhere.
They were able to pack some family pictures. The Carl family tells me they'll be staying with friends during this time. Reporting in Medical Lake, Vanessa Perez, 4 News Now.
And so many other stories just like the Carl family. And as we head to another break, here's a look at some of the images from the devastating fires burning in our area. We'll be right back with a live report from the Gray Fire after a break and your first look at what's coming up starting at 7 on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, it's the latest invasive species posing a threat, the yellow-legged hornet. Experts believe that this one invasive insect, discovered earlier this month by a beekeeper in Georgia, could destroy honeybees, which help maintain this country's $15 billion produce industry.
We're working with our federal partners and scientists from UGA to develop and implement a plan to trap, track, and eradicate any additional hornets.
Their egg-shaped nests can hold nearly 6,000 insects. It's a concern for state and local governments who will need to keep fighting the spread of the insect through the fall.
We're hopeful that this is very early in the introduction, and through our monitoring and mitigation efforts, we will be able to get in front of it.
So where could the yellow-legged hornet spread to next? It's all coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
RSV is in for a surprise. Meet Arexvy, the first FDA-approved RSV vaccine. Arexvy is used to prevent lower respiratory disease from RSV in people 60 years and older. RSV can severely affect the lungs and lower airways. Arexvy is proven to be over 82% effective in preventing lower respiratory disease from RSV, and over 94% effective in those with these health conditions. Arexvy does not protect everyone and is not for those with severe allergic reactions to its ingredients. Those with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most common side effects are injection site pain, fatigue, muscle pain, headache, and joint pain. RSV can be serious. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about Arexvy today. RSV, make it Arexvy.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Take a day off. Skip Mondays and be water-wise this summer.
Zerorez doesn't just clean carpets. We also clean area rugs, upholstery, tile and grout, and more. Basically anything you, your kids, or your pets can ruin, with Zerorez, you can have nice things again. Zerorez, a smarter, lasting clean.
Chances are, when it's time to call a service professional, you need someone right away. That's why Mr. Electric is ready when you are with appointment times to fit your busy schedule. They specialize in knob and tube removal, lighting upgrades, panel replacements, and other electrical services. And rest assured, their work is quoted upfront and fully guaranteed. Call Mr. Electric today and get $50 off your service.
Mr. Electric, we have the power to make things better.
This is not just laundry. This is laundry that's one and done. This is the ultra-fast combo laundry machine that does both washing and drying cycles. This is revolutionizing laundry. This is GE Profile.
Fred's has the GE Profile one and done laundry machine in stock and on sale for only $24.99. Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on the next task. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
All right, welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. I'm Derek Dice. Another look here from behind the lens of our photojournalists in Medical Lake. Scenes like these show the physical destruction these fires leave behind, with so much that just cannot be replaced. Our Marissa Rio is live this morning at Cheney Middle School. That's the base of operations for the Gray Fire. And Marissa, you just spoke with a member of the Northwest Incident Management Team 7.
Yes, Northwest Team 7 just took over the fire today. They just finished their briefing, and I'm here joined with Shane Rosbach, who is the Fire Information Officer. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It was mentioned in the briefing that it was a quieter night last night. Can you explain what that means and what it looks like out there?
Sure. So what happened last night is we've had higher relative humidities and cooler temperatures, so that really helps moderate the fire behavior that's out there, just with little high winds or anything like that, it just keeps that fire at a more mellow state. We're able to get resources in there and start mopping up and getting those spots cold that might still be hot spots out there.
Is there any updated number on the acres burned?
So we're still over 10,000 acres, 185 plus structures is what's looked at as lost. Today, as this will be our first operational period, we're going to be really focusing on getting in there, getting those hot spots taken care of, really starting to begin to do those assessments. Safety assessments are critical in being able to eventually get back in there. So it's really important, it's been stressed before, but I know residents want to get back in there as soon as possible. The fastest way to do that is to currently stay out of those closure areas and allow the fire resources to get in there, assess the hazards that exist. Avista's getting in there and starting to work on electrical. There's gas, a lot of potential hazards that we've got to look at first, and then additionally the freeway and getting that opened up as soon as possible. So along the freeway, there's a lot of trees that have been damaged by the fire. Those have to be looked at. With any kind of winds that come up or anything, those trees can start to fall, so they can present, they may not be a hazard at the moment that someone's driving through there, but then they can become one. So we want to make sure we address those and that the freeway's safe. And so that's going to be a big task today that they're going to be focused on.
And does weather play a role in helping out with this fighting this fire?
Yeah, weather is a huge piece. So, the day of the fire, relative humidity was down into the single digits with those high winds, and that just creates the combination where, these light fuels and everything, ignition can be very easy. With these higher humidities we've got, some potential rain on the horizon here, and that moisture, that really helps to moderate the fire behavior and allows us to get in there and mop things up. So.
Thank you, Shane. I appreciate your time. Thank you. Reporting in Cheney, I'm Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Marissa, thanks so much. Let's get right to Allison. She's in for Mark Peterson with a look at that first alert forecast. And yeah, we've got our fingers crossed for some moisture today.
Yes, absolutely. Good morning. We're taking a look at our live conditions right now. No moisture just yet, but what you can see is that thick layer of smoke that we've been dealing with all weekend. Now, this is only slightly subsided as we've started our new week. It's currently 65 degrees in Spokane and 66 in Coeur d'Alene. Our air quality is currently sitting in the very unhealthy region, so this is something you're going to want to keep in mind as you go throughout your day, especially if you are in those sensitive groups. Now, here are the 4 things you need to know on this Monday. Getting started, the smoke is clearing little by little throughout the day, and this will only be aided by the weather patterns that we have coming up a little bit later today. We do have rain and thunder potentially today. Showers for sure on Tuesday, especially in northern Idaho, and because of those showers, we do have a flood watch in place in that specific region. Now, if we take a look at the next 12 hours, you can see that rain will start to come into play a little bit later this afternoon. We'll hit our high of 80 degrees by 2 p.m. and we'll peter down to 76 at 6 p.m. and we'll hit our low of 68 at 10 p.m. tonight.
Allison, thanks. Some breaking news this morning. Spokane police need your help finding a missing vulnerable adult. This is 54-year-old Christopher. No last name was given in the press release, but he was last seen leaving his care facility in the 1600 block of North Kalispell just before 3 a.m. Christopher suffers from dementia and is nonverbal. He was last seen wearing a black t-shirt, blue shorts, and red shoes. If you had information about where he might be, please call Crime Check. The number on your screen there, 509-456-2233. Well, the community near Elk has been evacuated for 3 days now, but the fire still burns on, threatening more than 150 homes in the area. 4 News Now has been on the ground, talking to neighbors and homeowners living in the area affected by the Oregon Road fire. Sydney Charles is live at the Breaking Now desk with a story from a community member whose goal is to help other families devastated by this fire.
That's right, Derek. We continue to track new details and new video of the Oregon Road fire, which has already claimed at least 30 homes. One of those homes belonged to Ryan Kraus. Kraus says his 10-acre property was everything that he dreamed of. Kraus and his family were able to get out of the area safely. He was one of the many people who lost their homes in the fire.
We were doing some pretty decent fire prevention, but when it happens, there's nothing you can do. And in 15 to 20 minutes, it went from, I think that they've got this handled, I'm sure that they can, to we got to go right now.
Now, Kraus is helping the community by lending support to a local church. Since Friday, the lead pastor at Country Church of the Open Bible says help from the community has been overwhelming, with room after room filled with donations from neighbors. The church is now open 24/7 for the public, providing meals, clothes, and a place to stay for anyone who needs help.
Say close to a dozen, at least just families I know of in our church that now have nothing.
And that's not the only place help is coming from for this fire. Just into the newsroom this morning, Wake Up Call is welcoming all first responders to come by for a drink free of their choice, any size, at all of their locations today. No Lie Brewhouse is also having a fundraiser to help those who have lost their homes due to wildfires. The Brewhouse is accepting cash and checks, which are payable to Red Cross Northwest Fire with the memo line Gray/Elk Fires. A website donation link is set to go live today. And over 10,000 acres of forest and cropland have burned in the Oregon Road fire. Now, these are the most updated evacuations for this fire that has scorched over 10,142 acres. If you live anywhere that's marked here in red, that area remains under level 3 evacuation orders, which means leave now due to life-threatening conditions. And this is an ongoing story. We will be sure to keep you updated right here on 4 News Now and on our website at KXLY.com. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
All right, Sydney, thank you so much for the update. Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:37. We'll check your forecast with Allison Martinez coming up a little bit later here in the newscast. Don't go away.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
I'm Mark Peterson. Research shows that older adults want to stay in their homes for as long as possible. But as we age, our needs change. There are modifications you can make to allow elderly individuals to stay in a home comfortably and safely. For tips, tools, and resources, visit this website.
Summer is for the board members, beach ballers, even the tanning betters. AutoNation Toyota is here to make your summer even more exciting. Save on the cars and trucks you want. Drive a new Toyota with 3.99% APR financing. Plus, we'll buy your car for top dollar and pay you on the spot. Hurry to AutoNation Toyota or AutoNation.com today. What drives you drives us. AutoNation Toyota.
Despite the cape, Tom here has no actual superpowers. He just entered the Super Sevens giveaway at Northern Quest. Now he's got a shot at $77,777 this month and a Yukon Denali next month. So naturally, he feels super. And we're feeling lucky he's not in a full spandex bodysuit. The Super Sevens giveaway at Northern Quest. Get your free entries daily. Details at northernquest.com.
At P1FCU, we're all about celebrating your wins, like finding a great parking spot,
yes,
or winning the lottery. Your wins add up, just like earning 3.50% APY in an Ascend checking account. So let's celebrate the wins together. Open your account at p1fcu.org/win. P1FCU, your community, your credit union.
Why join UFCW 3000? I'm the lead person when we negotiate with employers for better wages, benefits, and working conditions.
I'm an essential worker.
During the pandemic, we couldn't work remotely.
We are workers in grocery stores,
Healthcare, retail,
and packing plants.
Thanks, UFCW 3000.
Our website can both answer your questions and connect you with our team who can help you explore your union opportunities.
Tina, the Tina Turner Musical. See her triumphant story and prepare to be ecstatically blown away direct from Broadway. September 19th through 24th at First Interstate Center for the Arts.
Welcome back. Following the arrest of this woman, Vicki Smith, last week for setting multiple fires around Spokane and threatening to, quote, burn Spokane down, there's been speculation online that the fires that started Friday were caused intentionally. But Spokane County Sheriff John Knowles is now addressing those rumors directly, saying they're still looking into what sparked these fires.
We don't have any evidence of that being the case, but remember, the origin is still under investigation, and that's something that we will be conducting as a group. That is being investigated, and again, while it's being investigated, I don't know that we have any information that we can share about that right now.
But Spokane County Fire District 3 Chief Cody Rohrbach says the vast majority of the fires we see in the Spokane area are actually caused by people, and our region is especially at risk.
And over 90% of our fires in Spokane County are human caused. So as we put more people in that environment, we do anticipate an increase in the number of fire starts as well, and then of course more homes.
Now, we've learned this is exactly what caused the fire that sparked on Thorpe Road yesterday. That Thorpe fire off of Highway 195 and Thorpe Road only burned about 15 acres. Crews say the fire was caused by a homeless encampment. Fortunately, it was fully contained in just a few hours. Level 1 evacuations, though, meaning get ready to leave, are still in place for people living west of 195, north of 44th Avenue, east of Meriwether Road, and south of Thorpe Road. Thankfully, this fire is contained and didn't have too great of an impact on lives or homes. Fire crews are already stretched extremely thin right now, and Spokane's fire chief says their crews are out battling the Oregon Road and Gray fires. So he says it's really frustrating that with all this devastation happening in the community, people are still starting brush fires. They're asking people to comply with burn bans and evacuation orders so crews can focus on the enormous task of putting the Gray and Oregon Road fires out.
It's ridiculous. We shouldn't have to deal with fires that are preventable in this kind of condition. Our community locally is completely stretched thin. Our people across all disciplines, whether DNR, volunteer, career, that doesn't matter when we have so much fire on the ground.
Now, burn bans are still in effect throughout Spokane County. With so much devastation in just the past few days, firefighters ask that you do your part as well. Now, Sheriff Knowles says fire crews are facing several challenges as they fight these fires. Number one is the smoke, which is making it unsafe for pilots to attack the flames from the air and difficult for them to see their targets on the ground. And the perfect storm of a high fuel load, dry temperatures, and high winds are the perfect recipe for fast-moving wildfires, which of course is what we saw on Friday. Allison?
Good morning. It is time for your 10-second takeaway. Now, air quality is slowly but surely improving and will continue to improve. And we do have a chance of rain today, about 40% in Spokane, high of 80.
Well, both Mount Spokane State Park and Crawford State Park near the Canadian border are currently closed because of the ongoing fire activity. Washington State Parks and Rec wants to remind you that because the wildfire situation is so volatile and things can change so quickly, you need to avoid these areas. And once again, it's always a good idea to stay prepared. You can make sure your family stays safe with an evacuation plan. Sign up to get local alerts sent straight to your phone by texting your zip code to the number there on your screen, 888-777. All right, we're back with Allison's full forecast coming up right after the break. Don't go away.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Save up to 27% when you bundle home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
What's in a name? A question that has never had more relevance.
First American Title has been rebranded to Flying S Title and Escrow. Since 1905, we've been helping people protect their property rights. When the time comes to choose a title insurance and escrow company, the choice is clear: Flying S Title and Escrow. Idaho's longest operating, family-owned title and escrow company is now Flying S Title and Escrow. We're not new, but our name is.
From the 5 a.m. morning regulars to those gotta fit it in lunchtime rush business goers to the busy moms that need childcare so they can just have a little time to themselves. Move Fitness is here for you, serving up the largest variety of workout options in Spokane, with a new location opening soon to provide you the best results for your workout needs. Move Fitness. Join the movement.
Progressions Credit Union is here to give you the 411 on how you can earn 4.11% APY with Kasasa Cash Checking. It's easy. Qualify to earn rewards like ATM surcharge refunds up to $25 for doing everyday account activities. Activities like one direct deposit or ACH deposit or withdrawal, 12 monthly debit card transactions, and enrolling in e-statements. Call or go to progressionscu.org today and ask about our limited time offer of $200 cash bonus when you open a Kasasa account.
Wildfire season is here and we may be affected by smoke. Protect your health by being prepared. 1. Check current air quality and fire activity online and plan accordingly. 2. When it's smoky, limit or avoid time outdoors. And 3. Keep indoor air as clean as possible. Replace home air filters more often and set the air conditioner to the recirculate mode. For the latest information about wildfires and air quality, visit the Washington Smoke blog, wasmoke.blogspot.com.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Save up to 27% when you bundle home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Canopy Credit Union.
With air quality in the inland Northwest going off the charts yesterday, people are faced with some serious health risks. Multicare's doctors say anyone who has to go out in the smoke should be out for as little as possible and with a respirator or an N95 mask.
I would really be out in the environment only on an as-needed basis and for as little as possible. The traditional surgical type masks, the masks that most of us wore during the COVID pandemic, really aren't enough to protect you from these small particulates that are at hazardous levels today. So the answer from a mask perspective is you need a respirator, an N95 respirator.
And Dr. Arthur says if you are experiencing chest pain or other sudden symptoms, you should see a doctor, especially if you have a risk of heart disease. All right, and we talked about our air quality index here in Spokane being off the charts yesterday. It was over 500. We got back under 200, and now we just boosted up again from 210 to 255. So we're back from unhealthy to very unhealthy.
That's correct. We are looking to see a little bit of relief as we near that 10 a.m. block. So we're crossing our fingers that that all actually comes true. But today we have a high of 80 degrees. We do have a chance of some rain during the day today. That's about a 40% chance. And we do have winds just 5 to 7 miles per hour, a bit of relief from what we saw over the weekend. As we head into our evening, we'll have a low of 62 degrees. And we do have a chance of showers and thunderstorms. That is a 50% chance that we're looking at. And again, those winds will cool down or diminish even more, just to 3 to 5 miles per hour. Now, as we take a look at our air quality, like we said, we are in the very unhealthy zone. So this is something you're definitely going to want to keep in mind as you go throughout your day. Take care of yourself, and especially if you are in that group that is particularly sensitive. Now, we are taking a look at our rain that we have in the forecast. Thankfully, I'm so happy to report this. This is some wide-spreading effects from the remnants of Hurricane Hilary, thankfully, and we'll see the majority of that precipitation happening more towards eastern Washington and the northern Idaho panhandle. Really, throughout the region is going to see a bit of precipitation, but this is where we're going to see the most of that happening. Now, we're going to take a closer look at the flood watch that will be in place until Tuesday night. This is when all of that rain will be happening. Tuesday night is when that will come to a close, but this region right here, we do have that flood watch in place. Definitely something to keep in mind as we go throughout our week. Now, if we look at our planning forecast, you can see we're actually dropping down quite a bit to 73 degrees tomorrow. Haven't seen that number here in quite a bit, and we will have that rain tomorrow as well. Now, we'll shift gears a little bit to Wednesday as we head into 76 degrees, but it's going to be very windy. Those windy, dry conditions are definitely something that we will be weary of as we head throughout our week, and we'll pick back up to 86 on Saturday and 87 on Sunday.
Okay, so hot again, but not extremely hot like we were getting not too long ago.
No, we're near those record-breaking temperatures, thankfully.
All right, Allison, thank you. Good Morning Northwest time is now just about 10 minutes before 6 o'clock. We thank you so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest here on your Monday morning. We'll be right back with that morning sprint.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
The new Double Pepperoni Crazy Crust Pizza is so nice, we pepperonied it twice. With classic and old world pepperoni, sprinkled with toasted cheeses and garlic parm crust you've got to see in slow-mo. Available for $8.99 only at Little Caesars.
Pizza. Make your hard-earned dollars go further during the Labor Day sale at Furniture Row. Shop today, because the more you buy, the more you save. I saved $100. I saved $200. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend on living, dining, bedroom, and mattresses.
We saved $300.
Check out Doorbusters while they last. Plus 4 years, no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. The Labor Day sale on now at Furniture Row.
We all have causes near and dear to our hearts. That's why at Horizon Credit Union, we are dedicated to giving back, supporting local charities, expressing our not-for-profit values, investing in you and our community. Because your path is our purpose, and together we make a positive impact. Discover the difference.
Horizon!
Open your account today. Visit hzcu.org/discover.
Spokane and North Idaho's country leader. It goes like one margarita.
Bluebird in my heart.
Baby, you're playing hard to forget. The big 99.9 Coyote Country.
You ready?
More than ready.
Blue Compass RV has over 100 dealerships coast to coast. So we're with you today, tomorrow, and the road ahead. It's a little something we like to call peace of mind.
Well, here we are, mile marker 0.
More like mile 3,652.
Blue Compass RV.
Let's take the long way home.
Are you ready for some fun? Come to the North Idaho Fair, where there are acres of fun for everyone. From thrilling concerts to heart-pumping monster truck shows. It's all here. Exciting rides, games, and delicious food. Don't forget about the rodeo, where you can watch cowboys and cowgirls show off their skills. There's a jetpack water stunt show, pig racing, as well as magicians, hypnotists, and more to keep you entertained. Bring the kids to Adventureland. They'll enjoy a petting zoo and hands-on farming experiences. The North Idaho Fair has something for everyone. So come join us for acres of fun.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
All right, it is 6:53. Let's get you ready for your Monday and the week ahead here in the morning sprint. We have multiple wildfires still burning in our area. Our Allison Martinez has details on how the fires are affecting our air quality this morning. Sydney Charles with the latest on the Oregon Road fire burning near Elk. But first, let's go to Marissa Rio live with details on the Gray fire burning in Medical Lake.
Northwest Team 7 has taken over the Gray Fire as of this morning. The fire information officer says it was a quieter night. Moisture in the air helped, so the fire did not grow much bigger. Over 10,000 acres burned and at least 185 structures lost so far.
All right, Marissa, thank you so much there. The Gray Fire has left more than 10,000 acres of charred remains, including an untold number of homes. You're looking at the evacuation zones here. Everyone in the area shaded in red on your screen. That is Medical Lake, Silver Lake, 4 Lakes, Clear Lake, and areas south of I-90 remain under level 3 evacuation orders, meaning you still can't come back to your home. At midnight, the points where I-90 is closed were relocated, creating a new but significantly shorter detour along both directions of the freeway. So here's a look at that updated map. What had been a 32-mile closure from the Highway 2 interchange near the airport all the way down to the town of Sprague is now a 13-mile closure. Drivers can now use Highway 904 through Cheney, which is the route in blue on your screen, getting on and off at either the Four Lakes exit at milepost 270 and the Tyler exit at 257. There is still no set time for the interstate to reopen.
And officials have encouraged people to stay out of evacuation zones of the Oregon Road fire just 4 miles northwest of Elk. Over 10,000 acres of forest and cropland have burned, and these are the most updated evacuations for this fire that have scorched, again, 10,142 acres. If you live anywhere that's marked in red, this area remains under level 3 evacuation orders, which means leave now due to life-threatening conditions. Now, this is some of the aftermath left behind by the fire, destroying numerous trees and homes in its path. Spokane County Sheriff's officials confirmed that a body was found in the wreckage yesterday, and a medical examiner is now working to figure out the person's cause and manner of death. And you can find all the updates on this wildfire right now on KXLY.com.
Well, across the state line, Bonner County is carefully watching the spread of the wildfire burning in Elk. At this point, no evacuations are in place in Bonner County, but people living near this fire should still be monitoring those conditions.
Now, our air quality does lie in the very unhealthy zone, but thankfully we do have some rain on the way that will hopefully help us out. Now, we have rain throughout the region, and we have that increasing the more you move eastward. Now, we do have quite a lot of precipitation that will be in the northern Idaho panhandle, causing us to have a flood watch that will be in place until tomorrow evening. Now, this rain that we have throughout the region is just enough where it could make a noticeable difference in the fires. We will continue to keep you updated as we move throughout the rest of our week.
You know, with air quality in the Northwest going off the charts over the weekend, people are faced with some serious health risks. Multicare doctors say anyone who has to go out and smoke should do so for as little as possible and with a respirator or an N95 mask. Following the arrest of this woman, Vicki Smith, last week for setting multiple fires around Spokane and threatening to, quote, burn Spokane down, there's been speculation online that the fires that started Friday may have been caused intentionally. But Spokane County Sheriff John Knowles is addressing those rumors directly, saying they are still looking into what sparked these fires. But Spokane County Fire District 3 Chief Cody Rohrbach says the vast majority of fires we see in the Spokane area are caused by people, and our region is especially at risk. We've learned this is exactly what caused the fire that sparked on Thorpe Road just yesterday. That Thorpe fire off of Highway 195 and Thorpe Road only burned about 15 acres, but crews say the fire was caused by a homeless encampment. Fortunately, it was fully contained in just a few hours' time. Level 1 evacuation zone, meaning get ready to leave, are still in place for people living west of Highway 195, north of 44th Avenue, east of Meriwether Road, and south of Thorpe Road. Thankfully, that Thorpe fire didn't impact, at least significantly impact any people's lives or homes. Some good news for the fire line in Whitman County right now. The sheriff there has lifted the level 1 evacuations for the area of Winona. That fire is about 40% contained and about 2,500 acres in size. And we also have some breaking news this morning. Spokane police need your help finding a missing vulnerable adult. 54-year-old Christopher, no last name given, was last seen leaving his care facility in the 1600 block of North Kalispell early this morning. He suffers from dementia and is nonverbal. If you know where he is, call Crime Check.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The 2024 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. With standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and up to 32 miles per gallon. Plus, 97% of Outback vehicles sold in the last 10 years are still on the road today. The 2024 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you.
Drive new Subaru models with 4.9% financing. at AutoNation Subaru.
4 News Now Fire Watch coverage.
That fire has grown exponentially.
With resources on TV, online, and on the go with the 4 News Now app. Fire Watch coverage to keep you safe. That's what we mean when we say expect more on 4 News Now.
Now you can see those smoky skies on this Monday. Now those conditions we're hoping will clear up as we move throughout the rest of our day. Around 10 a.m. is where those weather patterns should shift, that we should see a pretty significant change there. Now as we take a look at our Monday and Tuesday to start off our week, we are hoping to see some precipitation. It is looking very promising as we start off our week, much needed at this time. Now as we move throughout our week on Wednesday, our temperatures will quite decrease quite a bit there now, and we'll pick up to 86 on Saturday and 87 on Sunday.
All right, and again, we are keeping our fingers crossed for any of that precipitation that might come our way. Thanks for being with us. Good Morning America starts right now.